Father and son.
Father and son.
Father and son, oh father and son, review it all. Father and son review it all. Coming at you with
a movie review!
Wow. It's been a while since we've done a review, huh?
Yeah, it has, actually.
Well, we're going to do one right now. And we just got back from our viewing of
Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
All right. Do you have anything good to say about it?
Boolio.
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 Is that what his name was?
Boolio.
It's one of the newer characters that he just got a little bit of screen time, right?
He was in there for like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was.
He might be my favorite character.
It was a cute little bugger. It was actually practical effect that they used, you know.
No, that's not. That's not Boolio. Boolio was the guy who got decapitated.
Oh, that's Boolio. I thought, what was that little guy's name?
It was like.
I thought that was Boolio.
It's like started with an M. No, Boolio was the guy.
I like the little guy. He was cute.
He was cute. He was good.
Boolio was the guy with the horns?
Yeah.
All right.
He got decapitated.
And then they threw his head on the table.
Yeah.
That was nice. So.
Also, there is one thing that I did actually kind of like.
All right.
At the end, when Chewie got his medal.
Yeah.
It only took what? Let's see.
9 movies?
No, not longer than 9 if we're counting the 2 spin-off ones.
That's true, too.
Yeah,
and how did he get it? Secondhand. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Here. So Chewie finally gets his medal. I would say that some of the special effects look really cool. That's gotten a lot better with a lot of these movies.
A lot of the dead person recreating.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, some of it looked pretty hokey still, but you know, it wasn't bad. And when they do the de-aging stuff too, that's getting better. A lot of that's looking a lot better. What else? Well, we got to see C-3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah, C-3PO.
And I'm glad they didn't blow them up. Like they want to kill everything that was from the original.
Yeah. C-3PO felt like a different character.
It did. Something, I wonder, was it Anthony Daniels still playing him?
I think so.
I think it was. It didn't feel right, though. There was something off about him.
Just the way he was acting.
Yeah, he did act strange.
More idiotic than he normally did.
They erased his mind, yeah.
No, even before that.
I know. Even before they erased his mind, something wasn't right about him. I always liked the fact that C-3PO and R2-D2 kind of were the center point of all the films, though.
They've been in every film.
And they should
to this day.
have continued with that.
Yeah.
Really made them central.
Yeah.
And this time they just kind of pushed BB-8 to the side, too. He didn't really do anything. And then in favor of that new robot, Dio, which, it's kind of a neat little design. But again, he was there, but, you know.
He was abused.
They just keep pushing these things on you to sell more toys.
They do.
I think there needs to be a law. I really do. While the who's complaining right now about impeachment and all that, and impeaching Trump and all this? I got Nancy Pelosi and all these people that they need to stop worrying about impeaching Trump and get to something more important. Like they need to come up with a law where they stop letting Disney buy anything. Okay.
Yeah, just don't let Disney buy
doesn't need to buy anything else. They ruined everything they touch. They ruin it. At one point in time, they were a powerhouse that really put out some cool stuff.
Yeah. Now they just remake things and ruin it.
They keep remaking it and ruin it.
Other than The Mandalorian.
Didn't I just hear that? Mandalorian was good, but that was also kind of like an offshoot, though, too, wasn't it? So I don't really think they pushed that very hard. They put it out there. Yeah. But that's why, because it was good.
That's why I'm worried for the next season.
Because
it's gotten so ridiculous.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll start ruining it. But, I mean, look at what they've got. They got Marvel. As far as I'm concerned, they ruined all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
They got the preview we saw for the Black Widow movie. I don't even care.
One part of it.
I don't care. I saw one thing that looked kind of interesting, but I don't care. What else was there? The Muppets. They've ruined the Muppets. They've done nothing with them.
Do the Muppets exist anymore?
Yeah, they were in there. We saw them.
Yeah,
in the one ad. But they don't do anything with them. They ruin them. Yeah, they push them aside. They buy this stuff and push it aside because they didn't create it. And they do their best to ruin it.
Well, that's
Star Wars. They've destroyed it.
I think that's enough for the rest of...
Indiana Jones. They've destroyed it.
This is a Star Wars Rise
I know it's supposed to be, but I really want to talk about Disney,
We can talk about this in a different...
All right. Star Wars. Back on Star Wars. Ugh. There's very little that I can say that's good about the film.
Yeah.
Very little. I do believe that, was it Daisy Ridley, the one that played Rey?
Yeah.
It was nice to see that she had a different facial expression this time around. There were a few scenes where she actually smiled, so that was kind of nice. That she wasn't like a blank piece of paper like she was in the other films. Even though she still is terrible, she at least smiled. So that was kind of nice. I honestly think the character of Finn, again, he didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
what did he do?
Rey got like 90% of screen time.
Finn...
Someone actually did a breakdown about how many minutes each character got of screen time.
Yeah.
And Rey is like 90% of the movie.
I don't know, and she stinks too.
Yeah.
She's a horrible character. But Finn, I really thought he could have been the most interesting. I mean, he was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And they just kind of, I mean, that was interesting to me. I wanted to know more about how he became a stormtrooper.
They almost downplayed the character by adding a whole bunch more of those.
Yeah, they did. By adding a whole group of other people who decided we're not going to be stormtroopers anymore.
That did bring up an interesting thing, though.
But they kept doing all this offshoot stuff. It's like, this is the problem with this movies, the Star Wars ones now. The ones that I grew up with, the original 3, what was that, 6, 7, 8? Or no, what was that, 4, 5, and 6? Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
No, it would have been the ones I grew up with, which was, this was 9.
Oh, yeah.
So it was
it would have stopped
4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, 6, yeah.
Yes. 4, 5, and 6. So I just call them the original. So those ones, they were much more clear and concise, to the point. You know, they had great action, they had some great comedy, they were just peppered perfectly, you know?
Yeah.
They were seasoned nicely. It was well-balanced storytelling. They were. And they were exciting to watch. They were fun. This garbage they've been putting out ever since George Lucas had put out those, you know, the prequel ones, which I actually longed for those, and those were terrible. I didn't like those. There was some stuff that was cool in them. Did you like those, the prequels?
I don't even remember the prequels.
There's nothing really to remember. But these last 3, this stuff is just garbage. And they tell you the same thing over and over. We've already seen these scenes. We've already seen this stuff. They've showed this to us before. That scene at the end with the Emperor, and he's showing Rey, look at all your friends. They're outnumbered. They already did that in The Empire Strikes Back. Look at Luke. The Emperor, same character. Emperor shows Luke, look at all your friends. There's not enough. We've done this scene already. And they did that, 5 times throughout the movie? Scenes we've already seen?
Yep.
Plus, they can only pull that stunt of the character's dead. No, he's not. How many times did they do that in this movie?
Too many.
Yeah, too many. They kept doing it.
And then they pulled a good old, the character's dead. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He's dead. He's not dead. Oh, good, he's not dead. They could do some... Oh, no, he's dead. What are you doing? This is terrible. And then where do the Jedis keep coming up with all these powers? They can heal themselves now? And how come, like, they can show up at will, but they don't show up when she could use them? You know, where's the spirit of Obi-Wan and Anakin and Yoda? Where are they when she's in trouble? They could say, hey, Rey, we're here. You know, come on. Yeah. Not just these voices in her head. I mean, there's too flip-flop with the characters. And
the healing thing is actually, like, not just in this movie.
Where is it?
It is in The Mandalorian, believe it or not.
Well, I haven't watched The Mandalorian. I'm going off of what I've seen. Where is this stuff coming from? They've never fully explained it. As far as I know, the Force, you can move stuff around, right? You can move stuff around. You're good at playing with lightsabers, okay?
And you can jump.
You can jump real high, right? In this movie, you can jump, but then you can't jump, okay?
Yep.
So you can do it, now I can't do it. And I can do it then, but I can't do it now. It's just, this movie's a mess. An absolute mess. And then Billy D. Williams, they dusted him off, got him off of mothballs and brought him back. Looks like he's fresh off a case of Colt 45. So, you know, it was good to see him, though. I was really hoping that he would just say, Chewie, let's get 3PO. Let's get R2, and let's get out of here. Maybe they'll take us in the next Star Trek movie. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that.
There was a scene where we got to see depressed Chewbacca.
Oh, yeah. That's what I want to see.
Chewbacca.
First, they let you know that they're going to kill him, but then they didn't kill him.
Yeah, they didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They killed him, they didn't kill him. Now he's depressed.
Yeah.
We'll give him the medal, but we'll give it to him kind of on the side.
All of his friends die, and now he's depressed.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a scene where he was just sitting there looking sad.
Yeah, I don't want to see a sad Chewbacca. This is ridiculous. And then the music seemed real low in the film, didn't it?
And then
everything was very low, very backward.
For the entire first half, well, maybe not, first third of the movie, and then speckled places throughout the rest, it just felt like, here's this and this and this and this and this.
That's exactly what it felt. The movie just started with kind of like, all right, what are we watching? I just felt like we were watching scenes that weren't really related to anything. That just, oh, this will look cool. Let's put it in the movie. Let's have you run. Okay, now what? You know, and all this, peppering it with, let's see, Han Solo comes back, but he's like, what is he, a vision?
He's like
his son, Ben.
He's like a Force ghost, but he's like he's just a ghost.
But he's there. He's there, and he talks to Ben, but then he goes away. Yep. And then here comes Luke. And then here comes Princess Leia. She's dead, but now she's back.
And then she's dead
again. She's dead again. And then her body was laying there for quite a while. Why is it all the other Jedis, they die, and their bodies just disappear? But hers was laying there for how long? Days. She was starting to stink, I think. So it was laying there for a while, and then she disappeared.
Waited until Ben. They just brought it out of nowhere.
They just, she didn't do anything with it. It's like, this is really bad storytelling. Really bad. Very inconsistent, sloppy.
And then at the very end, it showed the ghosts of all the Skywalkers, because at this point, there's no by blood Skywalkers left. They all die.
Yeah, well, so at the end of the movie, if you want to be a Skywalker, you just proclaim it. I'm a Skywalker.
Well, but the biggest issue I have with that scene is that they only showed 2 of the 4 possible Skywalkers they could have pulled.
Yeah, I know. Where's the rest of them?
Where's Anakin and Ben?
Yeah.
Ben's a Skywalker.
Yeah.
Anakin's a Skywalker.
You know what? I want to make a disclaimer right now, too. So we've been griping a lot about stuff. There's some of these Star Trek nerds or Star Wars nerds out there who are probably saying, well, if you read the 15th book in this series, it clearly... Guess what? We're not reading these books. We're not reading comic books. We're not reading all this stuff. You're supposed to be able to take these movies for what they're worth. You shouldn't have to have a little Cliff's Notes going into these movies to tell you that, whoa, in the book they could do this, okay? These movies need to stand on their own. Mm-hmm. And these don't. Mm-mm. They don't.
Well, maybe not even on their own, but just as with each other.
Every movie should stand on its own.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Well, sure. Because you're going to get people who, maybe never heard of it. Believe it or not, there's some people who never heard of it.
Yeah.
You got to be able to go into the movie and get a pretty good idea of what's going on. Even though it is a part 2 or 3 or whatever, right? Because you're always going to pick up somebody new. Movies got to stand on its own.
Ooh, you're just eating.
Mm-hmm. I think I should have been in the movie. When Rey and the Emperor were fighting, I should have just been sitting in the corner with my box of popcorn here. Get him! All right, what do you think of this? At the beginning when they show the Emperor. And why is he alive? Did they explain that?
Cloning.
Oh, that's why he's
I think Snoke was like a failed clone.
Oh, was he?
I think so.
All right. So the Emperor's alive
because
he's a clone.
Did you see the big jelly jar they had with a whole bunch of,
Yeah, I saw the Snoke in there. So
I think all those were just failed clones.
Well, all right. Yeah, they did mention something about the clones. Well, how do we know there isn't more then?
Also, how did it take so long to clone him when literally movie 3 is all about clones?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Or was that movie? I don't care.
Well,
one of the first 3 is literally called Attack of the Clones.
What I didn't like was the Emperor's makeup at the beginning of the film. It looked terrible. It looked like something you'd see out of these cheesy haunted houses, like, your local school will do a little haunted house around Halloween time. And got the guys with the dollar store makeup on. That's what he looked like. It was terrible.
You mean for every scene other than the last one?
Oh, towards the end it looked cool.
Yeah, because he had gone back to his normal form.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that.
And then that whole link between Rey and Ben.
I'm like, wait a minute. He's first cousin, twice removed, on his uncle's brother's cousin's side.
No, they're not even related.
What the hell's going on here?
But
I think this movie should have been in league with Ancestry.com just to kind of keep things straight for us. Because then at the end of the film, Rey, who's actually the granddaughter, what's wrong with these people? They can't hang on to their kids. Everyone's stealing these kids, these high-powered profile kids.
No, what I'm wondering what chick is crazy enough to get with Palpatine?
Well, I don't think these women have much of a choice, with Palpatine. I think he gets his eye on her. He likes her.
Let's just not go down that
You're
road.
the one who opened that door. You're the one who opened that, young Jedi. So, the point is, though, you got a lot of these high-profile people popping out kids, and then these kids disappear, and nobody knows where they are. That's pretty bizarre, don't you think?
Yeah.
And then we find out that, like Luke and Leia, they got separated, at birth, and let's just take these kids and throw them all over the universe, right?
It's like playing some Plinko.
I don't know. I think it was ridiculous. These movies are not fun. Not like they were when I was a kid. No Peruni. Not fun at all. Oh, well, whatever.
I mean, it could have been worse.
Could it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty bad. The movie stunk. Pew-wee. Pew.
I think Thanos should have come out.
Oh, Thanos. I'm surprised he didn't. And then, just when Thanos is going to crush, the universe, Indiana Jones swings in and steals the glove off of his hand. I'm surprised Disney doesn't do that. I don't know. I think you can safely say I was not a fan of this film.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It wasn't. It was a sloppy mess. And then Disney doesn't care. They don't care.
How did all of those ships not crash to the ground when Palpatine did his...
Yeah, I know. And it's amazing how he could do that, but he had trouble with Rey and her lightsaber.
Lightsabers.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was just the one at first. And then she grabbed the other one. Because they can teleport stuff, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's say you're two Jedi. This is kind of cool. You're two Jedi, right? You're married or something. I think
it's specifically those two.
Oh, just those two can do this stuff? Well, we're talking about transporting merchandise back and forth. They can just think about it, and then the other one's like, "Hey, I left my car keys at home," and then they go, "Okay, hang on," like this, and then now he's got his car keys. I was actually
thinking about that.
It's just that'd be convenient.
They did say something about how it's been a while since two Jedi have been this.
Yeah, so long we've never seen it. We never even heard about it, have we?
Well, we've never seen the whole Jedi Order in its peak.
No, didn't they do a video game based off of the Old Order or something? The Old Republic or something?
Knights of the Old Republic?
That's the one? That would be kind of a cool movie, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't give Disney any ideas.
Actually, no. There are plans to do a Knights of the Old Republic movie.
No, we already know how it ends up. It's like seeing the Black Widow movie. I don't care. I don't care. She's dead. You killed her. Give the... Stupid. So anyway... I don't know if this was so much a review. Well, none of our reviews are really reviews. It's more ranting than anything else.
Well, yeah, no, this is really a rant.
Well, I'm going to try not to let Disney destroy my childhood dreams of seeing this thing. They could have been making these movies for the next 300 years, you know that? Yeah. They really could have. This is such easy storytelling, too. I've seen fan fiction out there, which is better than any of this garbage.
I'm not surprised.
There's tons of it out there. And the fans understand it much more than Disney does, okay?
Yeah, because
and that's true of everything. The fans of it are always going to understand it more than the people who create it.
Disney's going for money.
Money, yeah, that's all they care. Well, Disney also has their little hidden agendas, too, which aren't so hidden,
Yeah.
They got all that stuff going on, too, which will be their undoing. It'll be your undoing, Disney! Yeah. So anyway, anything else? The acting was, I just don't really care about these characters too much. They don't have that.
No,
the comedy was lame. Well, back in the day, it was peppered through.
That comedy.
Well, that was their version of comedy. It was really forced. It felt to me like, I remember back in the day when these films came out, everybody started getting on the bandwagon and wanting to do Star Wars ripoffs. And I think I've said this before. This felt like a ripoff of Star Wars. And it really did. And it stunk. We're going on to 20 minutes.
Holy crap.
So we're going to wrap it up, I guess. I want the Force to be with all of the real fans out there. The ones that really were hopeful. And maybe these fans will still keep putting out their fan movies on YouTube. And their fan fiction, we get the stories that they come out with. And this thing can live on forever. The heck with Disney. Who cares? Maybe... the fans need to get together and do a GoFundMe, and they buy it. They buy the property from Disney.
No, not buy Disney.
No, we don't want Disney. We just want... I want to buy Muppets and do what they should do with Indiana Jones. We need to get this stuff away from Disney.
Yeah.
They're terrible. They're terrible, terrible people.
Terrible, just terrible.
Terrible, just terrible. So, for father and son review it all, I think it's a big... Yeah, for Skywalker.
Well, here's the big Jedi.
Yeah, the big Jedi. The little... What is it, BMO? Is that your character? Oh, that's from Adventure Time, isn't it? Okay, why don't they just buy Adventure Time and put those characters in there, too? There's a Finn there. They could have Finn versus Finn, right?
Oh, I think we all know who would win.
That'd be more interesting than what we saw.
It would.
Where were we? All right.
We were
so,
into the
for
outro
father
somewhere.
and son, review it all.
Here's the big Jedi.
And there's the little Sith Lord.
And remember...
Have good YouTube!